Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, something inside keeps holding you back? That little voice saying, you're not enough, or you can't do it? Today, we're going to shatter that voice. The truth is, the world doesn't stop for fear, and neither should you. Self-belief isn't just a nice idea. It's the engine that powers every success, every breakthrough, every bold move you'll ever make. If you watch this video until the end, you'll discover how to unlock unstoppable confidence and finally step into the life you deserve. Part 1. Understanding self-belief. Do you ever feel like there's a force inside you holding you back? That quiet voice whispering, you're not good enough, or why bother trying? It's subtle, almost unnoticeable at first. Maybe it sneaks in when you hesitate to start a project, when you scroll past an opportunity, or when you tell yourself, maybe tomorrow. That little voice, this invisible barrier, is the enemy of self-belief. And today, we're going to confront it. Not with force, not with anger, but with clarity, awareness, and a step-by-step process to unlock unstoppable confidence that fuels action, resilience, and growth. Self-belief is not a gift, it's a skill. It's not something you're born with, and it's not something some people magically have while others are left wondering. Self-belief is cultivated. It grows when you consistently challenge the lies in your mind and reinforce the truth of your abilities. Think about it. Have you ever succeeded at something difficult? Maybe it was finishing a tough project, learning a new skill, or speaking up when it was easier to stay silent. At the core of every success was a single truth. Someone believed they could do it, and they acted anyway. That's the essence of self-belief. Let's break it down. Self-belief is built on 3 pillars: awareness, acceptance, and action. Awareness means recognizing the negative thoughts that try to sabotage you. Acceptance means understanding that fear and doubt are normal, but they do not define you. Action means moving forward despite those doubts, reinforcing the truth that you are capable, resilient, and worthy. Each time you act despite fear, you strengthen your self-belief. Each time you pause or hesitate, you give power to that whisper of doubt. Here's a reflection question for you. What have you avoided lately because of self-doubt? Be honest with yourself. Write it down if you need to. Maybe it's asking for that promotion, starting a new project, or expressing your true feelings. Whatever it is, that hesitation is not a reflection of your talent or worth. It's simply a signal that your self-belief needs reinforcement. Today, we begin that reinforcement. Let's explore a story. Imagine 2 people. One dreams of launching a business but constantly doubts their ability, while the other dreams the same dream but decides, I will act no matter what. The first person waits. They overthink. They worry about failing. They let fear dictate their pace. Months pass. Opportunities vanish. The second person begins. They make mistakes, stumble, learn, and grow. Every small step they take reinforces a belief that they can, and soon, their confidence is unshakable. Which path would you rather follow? Mini affirmation: I'm capable of more than I realize, and I act in spite of fear. Repeat this to yourself. Say it aloud. Let it sink in. Self-belief grows when repeated truth replaces repeated doubt. Self-belief also changes the way you perceive the world. When you trust yourself, challenges stop feeling like threats. They become opportunities. When you doubt yourself, every obstacle feels insurmountable. Let me ask you another question. How often have you let fear stop you from pursuing something that could change your life? The pain of hesitation is subtle but cumulative. It builds quietly, day after day, until suddenly you realize years have passed and nothing has changed. The truth is, the only thing standing between you and your dreams is a belief that you can achieve them. Here's an exercise. For the next week, write down 3 things you can do each day to reinforce your self-belief. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, completing a small task you've been avoiding, or saying yes to an opportunity that scares you. At the end of the week, review your progress. You will be shocked at how quickly your confidence grows when action backs up your belief. Let's talk about the psychology behind self-belief. Neuroscience shows that your brain reacts to repeated thoughts as if they are true. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't, your brain begins to treat it as reality. Conversely, when you repeatedly affirm, I am capable, neural pathways strengthen, making your confidence automatic. That's why daily affirmations work, not because they are magic words, but because they retrain your brain to see your potential as real, tangible, and actionable. Example, imagine a basketball player practicing free throws. Each time they succeed, their belief in their ability grows. Each time they miss but keep trying, their resilience grows, and their brain adapts to the idea, I can do this if I keep trying. Self-belief is a skill just like this. It's built through repetition, perseverance, and measurable progress. Reflection question, what's one area of your life where you've stopped trying because you doubted yourself? Pause for a moment and think. Now, imagine approaching it differently. What if you acted as though success was inevitable? What if you committed fully, knowing that even failure is just a stepping stone? That shift in perspective is the spark that ignites self-belief. Another key point, self-belief is not arrogance. Many confuse confidence with being boastful or superior. True self-belief is quiet, grounded, and steady. It doesn't need validation from others. It's the inner certainty that no matter the outcome, you have the ability, courage, and resilience to handle it. When you cultivate this kind of self-belief, fear loses its grip, hesitation disappears, and your decisions become decisive and powerful. Mini affirmation, I trust my abilities, and I take action with confidence. Say it. Let it echo in your mind. Every repetition is a step toward unshakable belief. Let's explore common obstacles to self-belief. Comparison. Constantly measuring yourself against others erodes confidence. Focus on your journey, not theirs. Past failures. One mistake does not define your potential. Learn, adapt, and move forward. External criticism. Opinions of others only matter if you let them. True self-belief is independent. Perfectionism. Waiting to feel ready is waiting forever. Progress builds belief, not perfection. Ask yourself, which of these has been secretly sabotaging your confidence? Identifying it is the first step to reclaiming your self-belief. Story time. Consider someone who struggled with public speaking. Every time they face an audience, panic gripped them. But they committed to small daily actions, practicing in front of a mirror, recording themselves, and speaking in small groups. Each success, no matter how minor, reinforced their self-belief. Within months, the fear that once paralyzed them became manageable. The key was insistent action paired with reinforced belief. Another reflection. What small action could you take today that your future self would thank you for? Even the tiniest step counts. Self-belief grows in the margin between comfort and courage. Finally, understand this truth. Self-belief is the foundation of every meaningful achievement. Without it, skills, education, and opportunities may pass you by. With it, even modest talent becomes extraordinary because your mind refuses to accept limitations. You are only as powerful as the belief you hold about yourself. Mini affirmation, I am worthy, capable, and unstoppable. My belief in myself creates my reality. Repeat it slowly. Let it settle. Every time you do, you're planting a seed that will grow into unwavering confidence. As we wrap part 1, remember, self-belief is not built in a day. It's built one thought, one action, one affirmation at a time. Today, you planted the first seeds. In part 2, we'll tackle limiting beliefs head-on, those hidden blocks that whisper you can't. And by the end of this 30-day journey, those whispers will no longer control you. Part 2. Breaking limiting beliefs. Have you ever noticed how your mind can feel like both a best friend and a worst enemy? One moment, it encourages you, and the next, it whispers doubts that freeze you in place. Those whispers, I can't, I'm not ready, it's too late, are what we call limiting beliefs. They are invisible chains, often so subtle that you don't realize they are holding you back. Yet, they shape your reality more than any external factor ever could. Today, we're going to identify them, confront them, and begin the process of breaking them so your self-belief can flourish. Limiting beliefs often come from past experiences, repeated failures, or even words spoken to you in childhood. Perhaps someone once told you, you'll never succeed in that, or maybe repeated setbacks taught your brain that trying is pointless. Over time, these thoughts solidify into patterns, and your mind starts treating them as truth. But here's the good news. They are not facts. They are stories you've been telling yourself, and stories can be rewritten. Reflection question. Think about one belief that has been quietly controlling your decisions. Maybe it's about money, relationships, health, or career. Write it down. Naming it gives you power. Because a thought you can see is a thought you can challenge. Let's break it down with a real-world example. Imagine someone who wants to start a business but believes, I'm not smart enough to succeed. That belief alone prevents action. Every decision becomes tentative. Every opportunity is questioned, and fear dominates. But when they confront it, writing, I am capable of learning and growing. I can succeed if I act. Their brain begins to accept a new possibility. Action paired with repeated affirmation rewires their mindset. Mini affirmation. I release beliefs that limit me and embrace thoughts that empower me. Repeat it slowly. Feel it sinking in. This is more than words. It's a mental reset. Now let's talk about how to detect these hidden limiting beliefs in your daily life. They often appear as automatic thoughts that stop you from taking action. Words like shouldn't, can't, impossible, never are red flags. For example, I shouldn't speak up in this meeting. Fear of judgment. I can't learn this skill at my age. Belief that growth has limits. It's impossible to start now. Fear disguised as practicality. Each time you hear one of these thoughts, pause, ask, is this true? Or is this a story my mind has been repeating? This simple question begins to dissolve the power of limiting beliefs. Another example. Consider an athlete who constantly compares themselves to others. Every loss reinforces a belief, I'm not as good as them. Instead, they shift focus inward. I'm improving every day. I compete with my past self. Suddenly, the comparison loses its power and self-belief grows. Reflection question. What recurring thought has been stopping you from trying something new? Identify it, write it down, and ask, is this true? Can I prove it? Or is it a story I've accepted as fact? Limiting beliefs are reinforced by habit, repetition, and inaction. Every time you avoid a challenge because of fear or doubt, you're strengthening the chain. But here's the powerful truth. Action is the key to breaking the chain. Even a small step challenges your mind's assumptions and weakens the grip of these beliefs. Mini affirmation. I am stronger than my doubts and I choose to act. Say it aloud. Feel it in your chest. This is a mental shift that separates those who remain stuck from those who rise. Let's explore a psychological trick, the 5-second rule. When a limiting thought arises, I can't do this, count backward, 5-4-3-2-1, and take immediate action. The moment of hesitation is where doubt thrives. Interrupt it with decisive movement. Start small. Send that email. Speak your idea. Take a short walk toward your goal. Each action becomes a victory, proving to your mind that the limiting belief is false. Now imagine stacking these small victories daily. Each one chips away at the old, restrictive stories your brain has been telling. Each victory replaces fear with confidence. Over time, what once seemed impossible becomes routine. Reflection question. What's one small action you can take today that challenges a limiting belief? Write it down and commit. The secret of self-belief is repeated, intentional, belief-affirming action. Another point. Limiting beliefs often mask fear of judgment. You might hesitate not because you lack skill, but because you fear what others will think. Ask yourself, will their opinion define my life, or will my courage define it? Every time you prioritize action over fear, self-belief grows exponentially. Mini affirmation. I am not controlled by the opinions of others. I am guided by my own power. Repeat it now. Let it become a shield that protects your growing self-belief. Finally, understand this. Breaking limiting beliefs is a process, not a one-time event. It requires patience, reflection, repeated affirmations, and action. Some days will feel easy, others will test you. But remember, every time you confront a limiting thought and act anyway, you are reprogramming your mind for unstoppable confidence. As part 2 concludes, reflect. Which belief are you ready to break today? What action will you take in the next 24 hours to prove to yourself that the doubt was wrong? In part 3, we'll take this further and explore how daily affirmations amplify self-belief, turning thought into reality and intention into unstoppable momentum. Part 3. The role of daily affirmations in confidence. Imagine waking up each morning and instantly feeling a surge of confidence, a quiet certainty that you can face anything the day throws at you. That's the power of daily affirmations. They might seem simple, just words you speak aloud, but the impact on your brain, mindset, and self-belief is profound. When repeated consistently, affirmations rewire your thoughts, replace self-doubt, and prime your mind for action, courage, and success. Affirmations are not magic. They are mental training. Your mind is like clay, shaped by the thoughts you feed it. Each time you repeat an affirmation, you are sculpting a stronger, more resilient mindset. Consider it like physical training. Just as lifting weight strengthens your muscles, affirmations strengthen your belief in yourself. Over time, repeated practice shifts your identity. You start seeing yourself as capable, deserving, and unstoppable. Let's take an example. Imagine someone who struggles with public speaking. Every time they think about presenting in front of a group, panic rises. Thoughts like, I'll mess up or everyone will judge me dominate. But if they incorporate affirmations like, I am confident and calm in every situation, and repeat them daily, their mind gradually accepts this new reality. Eventually, they feel that confidence internally, not just as a statement. This is self-belief in action. Reflection question. What's one area of your life where fears held you back? Close your eyes and imagine yourself facing that situation with full confidence. Now, what would it feel like if you repeated a powerful affirmation daily to reinforce that belief? Write it down. This visualization combined with daily affirmations is a potent formula for transformation. The science behind affirmations is fascinating. Neuroscience shows that the brain reacts to repeated statements as if they were true. Over time, these statements create neural pathways that reinforce new habits and beliefs. So, when you consistently tell yourself, I am capable of more than I realize, your brain starts to internalize it. Thoughts that once were automatic, I can't, begin to lose their power. This is why daily affirmations aren't just feel-good exercises. They are mental conditioning for success. Here's a small exercise you can do right now. Write down 3 affirmations that resonate with your current goals. Examples include, I am confident, capable, and unstoppable. I trust myself to take action every day. I release doubt and embrace my power. Say them aloud every morning. Feel each word. Let it sink into your body, your voice, and your mind. Notice the subtle shift in your energy and posture. Affirmations work best when combined with action. Speak them, feel them, and then take at least one concrete step that aligns with that belief. Reflection question. Which small action today aligns with your affirmations? Even if it's tiny, it reinforces your self-belief and trains your mind to see action as evidence of capability. Affirmations also serve as a shield against negativity, from both internal doubts and external criticism. Life will always throw challenges your way. People will question your choices. Circumstances will test your resilience, and old insecurities may resurface. When your mind is trained with affirmations, you face these obstacles with clarity and calm. You are no longer easily swayed by fear or opinion because your internal dialogue has shifted to one of strength, trust, and self-belief. Let's look at another example. Picture an athlete preparing for a major competition. They may feel pressure, self-doubt, or anxiety. But through consistent daily affirmations, I am strong, focused, and prepared, their brain primes itself for success. This mental rehearsal strengthens performance, boosts confidence, and reduces stress. Your life works the same way. Affirmations are mental rehearsal for real-world courage, confidence, and action. Mini affirmation. Every day, I reinforce my confidence, and every action proves my power. Repeat this aloud, and notice the energy shift in your chest and mind. Each repetition is a brick in the foundation of unshakable self-belief. Now, let's talk about common mistakes with affirmations. Many people say them once or twice and expect instant transformation. It doesn't work that way. Self-belief grows slowly and steadily. Daily repetition, emotional connection, and aligned action are what make affirmation powerful. The words alone are not enough. They must be felt, internalized, and acted upon. Reflection question. Are your affirmations connected to your goals and actions, or are they just words? If they are disconnected, refine them. Make them specific, believable, and actionable. For example, instead of saying, I am rich, say, I take consistent action to grow my income and create abundance every day. Notice the difference. One connects belief with action. The other is vague. Affirmations also help in rewiring your subconscious. Your subconscious mind controls up to 95% of your thoughts, actions, and reactions. Negative self-talk is often subconscious. When you replace it with positive, belief-focused statements, you are literally changing the programming of your mind. Over time, confidence becomes automatic. You start acting decisively, taking risks, and embracing opportunities without hesitation. Let's use a real-life story. Imagine a writer who dreams of publishing a book but constantly tells themselves, I'm not good enough, my ideas aren't original. Each day, they start practicing affirmations. My ideas are value, and my words inspire others. Coupled with daily writing practice, they slowly overcome the mental blocks that once paralyzed them. Eventually, they publish, not because they waited to feel ready, but because self-belief fueled persistent action. Reflection question: what recurring negative thought do you want to replace with an empowering affirmation today? Write it down, create the affirmation, and start repeating it immediately. This is a practice that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Affirmations also strengthen resilience. Life is unpredictable. Challenges will appear, but when your mind is trained with daily affirmations, setbacks are no longer catastrophic. They are opportunities to grow. Each affirmation reminds you, I am capable, I am strong, I can handle this. Many affirmations, I face challenges with courage, and each step builds my confidence. Say it now, feel it, and let it anchor your mind in strength. Finally, understand this. Affirmations are not a substitute for action. They enhance it. Every time you pair your daily affirmations with deliberate, aligned action, your confidence compounds. You are not just repeating words. You are proving to yourself over and over that you are capable, strong, and unstoppable. As part 3 concludes, reflect. What affirmations will you commit to daily starting today? How will you pair them with small actions to reinforce your self-belief? In part 4, we'll dive into building unstoppable inner strength, taking these affirmations and turning them into the mental and emotional foundation that carries you through every challenge. Part 4, building unstoppable inner strength. Close your eyes for a moment and picture a moment in your life when everything felt uncertain. Perhaps it was a challenge at work, a personal struggle, or a moment where fear gripped you so tightly that taking even one step forward felt impossible. How did you respond? Did you shrink back, or did you take that small, trembling step anyway? That moment, no matter how small, is the foundation of inner strength. Inner strength is not about never feeling fear or doubt. It is about feeling it, acknowledging it, and acting anyway. It is about cultivating a force within you that no external circumstance can shake. Inner strength begins with self-awareness. To grow it, you first need to understand your mind, your triggers, and your emotional patterns. Notice the moments when fear, doubt, or insecurity creep in. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Where did this belief come from? This reflection isn't about blame. It's about insight. Every time you observe your own thought without judgment, you expand your capacity to choose strength over fear. Mini affirmation: I am aware of my thoughts, and I choose strength over fear. Repeat it now. Let it settle deep in your chest. This is the first layer of building inner strength, awareness that empowers choice. The next step is acceptance. Life will throw challenges at you, relationships, career setbacks, personal disappointments. Acceptance does not mean resignation. It means acknowledging reality as it is, without wasting energy on resistance or regret. Inner strength grows when you stop fighting what you cannot control and redirect your energy toward what you can control: your actions, your mindset, and your response. Example: imagine an entrepreneur facing multiple rejections from investors. They could feel defeated and stop trying, letting the fear of failure dictate their path. But instead, they accept the situation, analyze the feedback, and adjust their approach. This is the embodiment of inner strength. Calm, deliberate action under pressure. Reflection question: what is one current challenge you are resisting instead of accepting? How could acceptance open the door to a more empowered response? Action is a third pillar of inner strength. Every time you act in alignment with your values and goals, especially in the face of fear, you reinforce your belief in your own capability. Inner strength is forged through repeated, deliberate action. Each step, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience. Mini affirmation: I act with courage, and every step strengthens my inner power. Repeat it slowly. Feel it energizing your mind and body. Let's explore resilience in real-life examples. Consider a professional who was laid off unexpectedly. Their first reaction might be fear, doubt, or anger. But by channeling inner strength, they view the situation as an opportunity to pivot, to learn new skills, and to grow. Every interview, every networking conversation, and every small effort to improve themselves is a brick in the foundation of their inner strength. They may not see it immediately, but over time, this accumulation of effort becomes unshakable confidence and resilience. Reflection question: when was the last time you turned a setback into a stepping stone? How can you apply that same mindset today? Another key to building inner strength is mental conditioning. Just as physical strength requires consistent training, emotional and mental strength requires repeated practice. Daily habits, affirmations, reflection, journaling, focused action train your mind to respond to challenges with clarity and courage. The more consistent you are, the more automatic your resilience becomes. Mini affirmation: every day, I strengthen my mind and fortify my spirit. Repeat it now. Let it resonate with your intention to act, persist, and grow. Let's talk about the role of discomfort in inner strength. True growth occurs outside your comfort zone. The human mind is naturally inclined to seek ease, but inner strength is developed when you step into the uncomfortable, the uncertain, and the challenging. Each time you embrace discomfort and act despite it, your confidence grows exponentially. Example: a runner training for their first marathon faces physical pain and mental fatigue during training. Each day they push a little further, a little faster, even when every part of their body protests. That struggle is not wasted. It builds endurance, resilience, and belief in their own capability. Life's challenges work the same way. The discomfort you face today is the foundation of the inner strength you will rely on tomorrow. Reflection question: what uncomfortable action could you take today that your future self will thank you for? This is where courage and strength intersect. Another vital element is emotional regulation. Inner strength is not the absence of emotion. It's the ability to navigate emotion without being controlled by it. When frustration, anger, or sadness arise, take a deep breath. Observe the feeling. Name it, then decide consciously how to respond. This deliberate choice separates reactive individuals from those with unwavering inner strength. Mini affirmation: I am in control of my emotions, and I respond with clarity and courage. Say it aloud. Feel the empowerment as you internalize the control over your reactions. Self-belief, daily affirmations, and inner strength are interconnected. The stronger your belief in yourself, the easier it is to act consistently. The more you act, the stronger your inner strength grows. Affirmations prime your mind for confidence. Inner strength ensures that confidence translates into action. Together, they form a cycle that propels you toward success. Reflection question: in which areas of your life do you feel weakest? Where could cultivating inner strength today create the most impact? Write it down. Begin small. Take one deliberate step. The accumulation of these small, courageous steps is what transforms ordinary people into unstoppable individuals. Mini affirmation: I grow stronger with every choice, every action, and every challenge I face. Repeat it now. Let it settle deep, becoming a guiding force in your mind and body. Finally, remember this truth: inner strength is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about acting even when you're afraid, stepping forward when the path is unclear, and refusing to let circumstances dictate your destiny. Every challenge you face, every fear you overcome, every small act of courage compounds into unshakable inner strength. As part 4 concludes, reflect: how will you practice courage today? What small step will reinforce your inner strength? In part 5, we'll take this one step further, turning self-belief, affirmations, and inner strength into decisive action that transforms your life. Part 5. Taking action with complete confidence. You spend the last 4 parts exploring self-belief, breaking limiting beliefs, harnessing affirmations, and building inner strength. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Ideas, affirmations, and mindset shifts are powerful, but action is a bridge that turns them into reality. Without action, even the strongest self-belief remains dormant, like a seed that never sprouts. Today, we focus on transforming belief into decisive, fearless action, the kind that changes your life step by step. Action begins with clarity. To move confidently, you must know exactly what you want. Ambiguity breeds hesitation. Ask yourself, what specific goal or step can I take today that aligns with my vision? Even if it's small, taking one deliberate action breaks a paralysis of doubt and reinforces your self-belief. Mini affirmation. I take decisive action today, and every step builds my confidence. Repeat this aloud. Feel the energy and courage building in your chest. Action fuels belief, and belief fuels action. It's a continuous cycle. Think about a story of someone who changed their life through bold action. Consider an individual who dreamed of writing a book. For years, fear held them back. They believed they weren't ready, weren't skilled enough, or might fail. One day, they made a simple choice to write 500 words. Not the whole book, just 500 words. That small action reinforced belief. They repeated it daily. Weeks turned into months, months into a finished manuscript. Action created momentum, and momentum solidified self-belief. Reflection question. What's one tiny action you've been avoiding due to fear or doubt? Write it down. Commit to doing it today. No excuses. Action, even imperfect action, compounds into confidence and achievement. Next, consider the psychology of starting before you feel ready. The brain loves certainty. Waiting to feel ready is a trap. It reinforces hesitation and doubt. Confidence is built in motion, not in contemplation. The moment you start, your brain begins to adapt. Neural pathways strengthen. Belief grows. The act of doing creates proof. Mini affirmation. I do not wait for confidence. I create it through action. Say it aloud. Let it echo in your mind. Every step, however small, is a victory over fear. Action also involves embracing failure as feedback. Every attempt, every mistake, every stumble is an opportunity to learn. Fear of failure is the single biggest obstacle to taking action. But when you see failure as a teacher rather than a verdict, self-belief grows exponentially. Reflection question. What's one failure you experienced recently that taught you something valuable? How can you use that lesson to take a stronger, smarter action today? Example. An entrepreneur launches a business, only to see initial sales fail. Instead of giving up, they analyze what went wrong, adjust their strategy, and take the next step. Each attempt strengthens belief in their ability to adapt, overcome, and succeed. This is action-based self-belief. Mini affirmation. Every action I take, whether perfect or imperfect, strengthens my power and belief. Repeat this now. Feel the shift from hesitation to determination. Another key element is consistency. Taking action once is not enough. Repeated, deliberate action builds unshakable confidence. Small steps every day, align with your self-belief and inner strength, compound into extraordinary results. Reflection question. What daily habit can you implement starting today that aligns with your goals and builds confidence? Commit to it. Let's explore the emotional impact of taking action. Action generates momentum. Momentum breeds energy. Energy strengthens courage. Courage reinforces belief. The cycle repeats, each stage amplifying the next. This is how ordinary people achieve extraordinary results. They break the cycle of hesitation and engage in consistent, purposeful action. Mini affirmation. I move forward with courage, and momentum carries me toward my goals. Repeat aloud. Feel the surge of confidence and purpose. Finally, understand this. Complete confidence is not the absence of fear. It is acting despite fear. Every successful person you admire has felt fear, doubt, and hesitation. The difference is that they acted anyway. When you pair self-belief, affirmations, and inner strength with decisive action, you unlock the power to achieve anything you desire. Reflection question. What is the first courageous action you will take after watching this video? Write it down, commit, and take that step within the next 24 hours. This is how transformation begins. Mini affirmation. I am capable, I act with courage, and I turn belief into reality. Repeat it now, feel it, and let it guide your next move. As we close day 13, remember, self-belief without action is empty. Action without belief is inconsistent. When you combine self-belief, affirmations, inner strength, and decisive action, you become unstoppable. Tomorrow, in day 14, we will focus on seizing opportunities and mastering momentum, so you never wait for the perfect moment again, and you consistently turn potential into achievement.